Donovan, I've got your mom on the line, and she's got a major beef.
Hit him up!
Hit him up!
Move him out!
Move him out!
We want to know what's bothering you in the world of sports. Give Murph a call at 312-644-6767. That's 312-644-6767. And tell him what's beefing you in the world of sports. What's Your Beef is brought to you by Brown's Chicken Sandwiches and Catering.
Oh, you know it tastes better. It's Brown's, and it's lunchtime. That means What's Your Beef? And the best beefs from you. Win a trip to the best beefs in Chicago. Italian beefs, Italian sausage. Put them together. Frank Portillo says, call it a combo, Murph. Let's go to the phone lines. See what the fans are beefing about today. Oh, man, I'm looking up here. I got so many great beefs to choose from. Let's bring up, there we go. It's Ernie from Lake Forest. Hello, Ernie.
Hey, Murph, how you doing?
I'm fine. Ernie, what's your beef?
My beef is with the NFL for having two different rules on judging fumbles between quarterbacks, receivers, and running backs. That's the reason Jay Cutler got away with the other day. And I know they're doing it just to protect getting in problems for the balls, but it seems silly to me that they have two rules.
Well, you know what, Ernie, you hit on a great topic right here. Your phone's breaking in and out a little bit, but you're already a winner. I was waiting for that call. I want to talk about it. Ernie, hang on, buddy. Go visit my friends at Brown's, all right? Hi, Ernie's still there. Good. Hook up Ernie on line 16 there, would you, fellas? The thing, you know, here's what it is. The major problem with the Ed Hockley, Jay Cutler play was the whistle. See, once the whistle is blown, and this makes sense. Once the whistle is blown, the play must end. Because 22 players, since Pop Warner, you hear the whistle, you stop. The problem is when Ed Hockley, the ref, saw the loose ball, which instantly in his mind he had to determine if it was a fumble, right out of the hand, or was it incomplete pass? Did he throw it? The NFL will simply, and I believe it's going to actually change this rule sooner than later. You watch. They're not going to wait for rules committee off-season, all that jazz. What the referees are going to be told to do is don't blow the whistle on a ball that's laying on the ground. So in other words, ball on the ground, let the play continue. Then you can review it. They can throw the red flag. If it's the last 2 minutes, they can review it themselves. And then, at least if the fumble was picked up and run the other way, that play would stand. Or if they say, hey, you know what, it's incomplete pass, you bring the ball back. Great call, Ernie, and I expect the NFL to correct that flaw. We've talked about that flaw before. Not like they didn't see it coming. Let's go next to Ron from Inverness up north. Hello, Ron.
Hey, Murph.
Hey, what's your beef, buddy?
I got to tell you, you're fair game, and my beef is with you and with all of the other Cub fans who keep talking about the three killer bees of Billy Goats, Bartman, and Black Cat.
Yeah, I like that, the three Bs. All right.
Because that's just the kind of negative thinking and talk that's bringing all of that stuff into the Cubs organization all the time. So you got to stop that.
I will do that as long as you do me a favor. Go visit my friends at Brown's. Nicely done. Hang on, Ron. Now Ron says, I like that guy Murph after all. Well, here's the thing. That was yesterday. I said, when Erstad was batting with 1 out to go in the no-hitter, I said to myself, he's going to get a base hit. See, I can't help it, Ron, in Inverness. I've seen it all. I've seen the B number 1 and B number 2 and B number 3. I've seen the Bs, the killer Bs. I never bring them up. If you think about it, I never talk about the Bs. Except I'm sitting at home with Dana. We're watching the 3rd out in the 9th inning, and I'm thinking to myself, he's going to get a cheap hit. He's going to get a line drive. He's going to hit a home run. He's going to get a dunker. He's going to have some goofy hit. And he swings and misses, strike 3. And I said, you know what? This is the year. This is the year. Because if the Bs were still around, wait a minute, little base hit. Erstad, pesky little hitter. Right, Jay Zawaski?
Now, am I wrong? Wasn't there a no-hitter in 69, though?
Yeah, Kenny Holtzman.
All right, well.
Well, but the Black Cat hadn't arrived yet.
Oh, okay.
Right. Or Bartman. But the Billy was there. The Billy Goat was there since 1945. Let's go around and go have fun at Brown's. You know it tastes better. Why does it taste better? Because it's the best lunch in town. Look at it. Right now. coming up to 12:29. You're hungry. It's lunchtime. You're in the car. Stop at Brown's right now. There's one right up ahead. Pull in. There's Brown's everywhere. You see Brown's. You know the chicken's great. Dinner time, Brown's, chicken. But lunchtime, the beefs, the Italian beefs, Italian sausage, put them together. It's a combo. Me, I like the Maxwell Street Polish. Let's catch up on a few things.
Moving. So they disapprove.
Murph till 2. Second round of phone calls. What's your beef? When we return. Hey, you gotta see Jack.com. Jack Phelan, GM, has extended the employee pricing for everyone the month of September. Buy like an employee. Jack Phelan, you gotta see Jack.com. That's you. Check it out today. Back after this, more beefs.
Move 'em on, hit 'em up, hit 'em up, move 'em on, hit 'em up, raw high.
Hey.
I want to talk to you.
Yeah.
Hey, you got some beef.
Oh, yeah. It's the second half of What's Your Beef? It's Murph. It's the score. And my friends at Brown's want to hear your sports beef. And they go, Murph, send the best beefs over to visit us at Brown's. It tastes better. The Italian beefs, the Italian sausage at lunchtime. It's the best beefs in town. Let's go to Big Dave from Davenport. Hello, Dave.
Hey, Murph. Hey, my beef is with the lazy color commentators. Usually the national guys, where they decide before the game what they're going to talk about, and then that's what they talk about no matter what happens.
Like Joe Morgan type guys?
Joe Morgan is the one that really, and then the Bears game this week, they decided they were going to talk about the 3 levels of passing.
Tim Ryan.
It had nothing to do with the game. That's what they talked about it. The local guys don't do it so bad, but the national guys in rehearsal, instead of learning, about the players and different things so they can talk about whatever's going on, they have it scripted, and then no matter what happens in the game, that's what you hear about.
Well, Dave, you raise a great point. Number one, it's not really the fault of Joe Morgan or Tim Ryan did the Bears, Sunday. It's the producer, and I have a little feeling how it works, being at least in a, radio station in Chicago. It's not national television, but, I'm sure the producers panic around Wednesday. What are we going to do if it's 28-0? We're going to lose our viewers, Dave. So we got to have some nicely packaged. For instance, at the end of the first half in the Bears game, Tim Ryan had a pretty interesting thing. Tim Ryan's playbook or inside yellow pad, and it was about the Bears defense with what's called the mug-up defense. This wasn't in any Chicago papers, and it wasn't in the papers this week. The Bears have named their new, not 8 in the box, but 8 on the line, the mug-up defense, and sometimes they are good, but what you're saying is be nimble. If the game itself is exciting enough, then ash can. Throw out these damn things that were made on Wednesday. Don't force them on us.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, I want to hear, tell me something about the game that I don't know. If you're the expert color analyst, tell me something I don't know.
Now, Dave, if it's 28-0, then the producer's right. If it's 7-7 with a minute to go, he better not be running those things.
That's right, Murph. All right, thanks.
I got you. Thanks, Big Dave. I appreciate it. In fact, a little bit later, we'll replay some of Tim Ryan from Fox on Sunday. And not one reporter here in Chicago has the name that Babich and Lovey put on the new Bears defense, which unfortunately at the end of the game they went back into a basic 4-3, which Obi talked about. We'll get to a little Bears talk later, but right now it's What's Your Beef. I got Cubs and Sox coming up, but Johnny Vince, Jim in Evergreen Park on the score. Hello, Jim.
Murph, how are you?
Hey, buddy, I'm fine. What's your beef?
My beef is the national talking heads, the Sox fans, even Steve Stone to a certain extent.
Oh, not Stone.
Have lessened Zambrano's no-hitter and cried about some type of conspiracy theory with the Cubs having to play the Astros in Milwaukee. Obviously, it was a devastation and a terrible thing that happened in Houston and Galveston. And I understand the Houston players had, bigger things on their mind. But to go ahead and say that there was some type of conspiracy, I think the only thing Bud Selig was guilty of was waiting and dragging his feet so long. But I think part of that had to do with Drayton McClain. So, what happens, Murph, to those teams? And my point is, when if you're Philadelphia or St. Louis, and the Cubs had to play the Houston Astros those 2 or 3 games at the end of the year, and the Cubs put their AAA team out there because they're getting ready for the playoffs. There's got to be some competitive balance. I know there was no easy answer, but like I said, they should have just made the decision quicker. But
Jim,
all those people who are trying to listen to Browns no-hitter, it's wrong.
Well, you raise, as always, Evergreen Park Jim, about 5 great topics. I'll try to quickly hit them later, but right now, I want to just mention that for anyone, including an expert on a radio station, to discredit the Zambrano no-hitter because the other team was tired and because they, quote-unquote, swung at every first pitch out of his... Let me quote... Hold on. Let me quote that expert for you. He said the Astros were tired, and he said that the Astros swung at the first pitch out of his hand. Well, you know what? Then I guess Zambrano was lucky.
He said that he looked like Erstad swung at that last pitch automatically just to give him the no-hitter.
Well, that's fine and dandy if you have an agenda. That's not up to us. We also know that Bud Selig was spineless and that he didn't tell Drayton McClain to go stick it, which is another thing he should have done and made the decision way back when. And your third element is the most interesting. For time, I'll touch on it later. But that game 162, that the Cubs will play Houston if needed on Monday, October 1st, correct? You know that game?
Exactly.
Well, here's what's interesting. The Astros, let's say, where's my what if, Bill? What if the Astros are 1 game from wild card, right? Now, the Cubs will play not the wild card from their division, but they would play wild card from the other division. There is a flaw in this system where the Cubs could, now I'm not going to say throw the game, but if they felt that they wanted to play Philadelphia more than they wanted to play the Dodgers, if you can track with me here, they control who they play in the first round of Cubs if they feel like not winning that game 162, and they could let Philly leapfrog, perhaps Houston, and then the Cubs would play Philly. If they say, we don't want to play the Dodgers, if Lou says, I don't want to play the Dodgers first round, tank the game with the Astros if it was 1 game. It's a flaw in this system. And Jim, as always, great job.
Thanks, Mark.
Hang on, buddy. Go visit my friends at Browns, all right?
Thanks. Appreciate it. I'm going.
All right. Nicely done. Hey, when you visit Browns, how about, who doesn't love bacon and chicken together? The new gourmet chicken sandwiches at Browns, lights out. Unbelievable. 3 to choose from. The Chipotle Bacon Club. These are the gourmet chicken sandwiches. The Fiesta Bacon Con Queso. It's a little spicy. I love it. And the Bacon Mushroom Swiss with the Honey Dijon. 3 great gourmet chicken sandwiches to choose from at Browns. Let's see. We got Johnny on a truck phone. Hello, Johnny.
Hey, what's going on, Mr. Murr?
Hey, what's your beef?
I got a beef with hot peppers on it.
Hot pepper. Oh, man, that sounds good. Give me an Italian beef with everything.
Here's the problem, Murph.
Yeah.
For 3 years, I've been listening to the Bears saying we get off the bus running. We get off the bus running. We get off the bus running. It's the fourth quarter. The clock's running down. It's 2nd and 1. You got 3 chances to get 1 yard.
And he passes on 2nd and 1.
Yeah, and then he gives the option to Neckbeard to do what he wants with the ball.
Well, you know what? You raise an interesting point there, Neckbeard, Kyle Orton. So you're saying that to give the... So should, as you call him, Neckbeard, should Kyle Orton, at this young stage of his career, he's not a rookie, don't get me wrong, but he's still learning. Should Ron Turner have allowed him to have the check with me where you make eye contact, and go on the pass run? Or should Turner, like in baseball, the do not steal, sign is just as important as the steal sign? Is that sort of what are you laying this on Turner or Neckbeard?
I'm putting it on the Bears coaching staff.
All right.
You got a running back that he might have the goods to be the best running back we've had in this town since Neil Anderson.
Oh, absolutely.
Right? And you're not going to give him a chance. And they asked him.
He might be as good as since you know who.
Well,
he might be better than Neil Anderson. We'll find that out later. Hey, Johnny, I like your angle. Phone again, please. Love to hear from you.
All right, Murph.
Thank you, buddy. And let's see here. We've got Dave from South Elgin. What's your beef, David?
Hey, Murph, Raymond Forest Road, 73 reunion, 35th.
My grade school. Oh, I love Forest Road in LaGrange Park. By the way, I'm having my Lions Township High School reunion. Anyone out there from the class of 69? Oh. Hey, get a hold of me. I'll hook you up with our reunion for the 1969ers. Go ahead, Dave.
Yeah, my beef is like the pitcher and catcher. They're meeting too much at the mound. And I think if they meet too many times, penalize them. Instead of 2 outs, have 1 out.
Yeah.
If they go over a little bit, you know?
Well, it's not that you have to go to, I mean, I understand you're going to the other end of the spectrum here, but your point is well taken. MLB in the winter off-season made rules such as when you're in the box, you can't step out. Have a new bat ready in the index circle in case you break your damn bat. And one of their new rules they were so proud of, they were going to make the manager walk quickly to the mound. Well, Lou Pinelli still looks like he's going in a circle but to the mound, but usually he's doing that to stall, to give the guy more time to warm up. But the catcher to the pitcher was one of their new rules. All it needs is the umpire to, hey, here's an idea, police the situation, Mr. Umpire.
Yeah, that's wrong. I mean, it's taking too much time.
Nicely done. Hey, David, phone again, buddy. Great to hear from you. Love it. And my final beefer, everybody, hey, check out Brown's. Say lunch or dinner. You know it tastes better. Vince in Algonquin. Hello, Vince.
Hey, Murphy, going back to 2 calls ago, you know how the Bears say they cut off the bus running?
Yes.
I think he's misquoted. I think what he means is the Bears get off the bus while the bus is running and the fumes make them busy. Anyway.
What's your beef?
Anyway, to tie in with that, it kind of ties in with that. On crucial situations with the Bears, 2nd and 1 in a crucial situation or 3rd and 1 where they assume they're going to pick up the first down on the next play and they think they have a free play and they try a pass. You know, you need the first down now. Pick up the first down now. Don't wait one more play.
Hold on. Is this Doug Buffone or Vince? Because I'm with you. I heard Doug Buffone, Vince, in the Bears post game, the best in Chicago, hearing the score usually on 3 o'clock right after the game, and Dougie Buffone said, hey, it's so predictable on 2nd and 1 that you're going to pass or pass a little deeper than normal. He said, here's an idea. Why don't you run 1st and 10 every once in a while, maybe 3rd and long. You know, I'm sorry, 3rd and short. But Doug Buffone said, just what you said, Vince, don't always be throwing on 2nd and 1. It's predictable.
Right, because when you get down to your last down, then they know you got to run, and that's stupid. The way the Bears lined up, everybody all bunched in. There's no room for the back to go.
Well, you know that, I know that, McKee knows that, the team knows that, everybody knows that, and guess what? Now Ron Turner knows that.
Well, I've been screaming at my TV for years on that same thing.
Hey, Vince, don't be a stranger. Thanks, buddy. Appreciate it very much. And how about did you hear Danny Hampton about an hour ago with Lawrence Holmes? He said on the 3rd and 1, second from the last play, on the check with me, the quick hitch pass, incomplete, the Booker that almost was picked the other way to the house, as everybody says. You know what Hamp said? He said, hey, I think Carolina set the Bears up. They played back knowing that they were going to do that because they'd already checked with me 2 other occasions. It's Murph. It's What's Your Beef? My friends at Browns, it's the place where everything tastes better.
Thanks for participating in What's Your Beef. Join Murph for another edition of What's Your Beef. What's Your Beef has been brought to you by Brown's Chicken Sandwiches and Catering.
I got a lot.
All winners of the Mike Murphy Show are only eligible to win prizes once in a 60-day period.
Hey.